what's up guys, Zach here and welcome back to VGL. So the Silent Hill 2 remake just got some big news. The story trailer just recently dropped. As well, we got some brand new gameplay details that were revealed. That's what we're covering today. If you're excited for the Silent Hill 2 remake, be sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe with your notifications turned on, and now let's go over everything we know so far about the Silent Hill 2 remake. So like I said previously, the new story trailer dropped about 3 days ago, and we got a fresh look at some of the cinematics as well as some gameplay and kind of what we can expect for the Silent Hill 2 remake. And actually, Eurogamer.com recently did an article that's breaking down the Silent Hill 2 remake trailer, so I thought I'd take a minute to cover that. So the article starts off by saying that the Silent Hill 2 remake drops a new story trailer, and yes, we finally get to see Eddie. Konami has just dropped a brand new story trailer that highlights the anticipated Silent Hill 2 remake. The teaser essentially matches the original acclaimed 2001 E3 trailer, and the script is almost identical as well, all set against the fabulous reimagining of one of Silent Hill 2's end themes, Promise. They go on by saying that the remake trailer is below. Perhaps most excitingly, we finally get our first peek at the remake's take on Eddie and Mary, the two NPCs that until now have not been shown in any cinematics, or at all in Eddie's case. They go on by saying that the last character reveal generated interesting responses for some corners of the internet, but Eddie's face is highly reminiscent to Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and it's much more faithful to the original game, complete with his backwards baseball cap, and he's probably weird in all the right ways. Mary too closely mirrors the original character, including her outfit as well as her hairstyle. We also get to see a little bit more combat and a longer peek at Silent Hill 2's grungy environments, and that's courtesy to the all-new over-the-shoulder camera perspective. We briefly see the prison, the hotel, the park, and the Brookhaven Hospital. Of course, all of this appears to be faithfully recreated. They go on by saying that the Silent Hill 2 remake is one of gaming's worst-kept secrets before it was formally revealed back in October of 2022, and it's set to release on PC via Steam and the PS5 on October 8th of 2024. Earlier today, Tom Morgan shared his thoughts in the opening hours of the remake and Eurogamer Silent Hill 2 remake preview, and he said, "I'm rebuilding such a beloved classic with upgraded visuals and controls. The new combat style fits surprisingly well. The puzzles too find a natural place in its world. A remake project is a delicate balancing act for any developer. It's fair to say stray too far from the source at your own risk, while a failure to innovate defeats the point of the whole endeavor. What I've seen so far with the Silent Hill 2 remake, though it shows that the team is determined to stick with the original blueprint, it provides the game a comfortable and familiar structure while allowing the new details to flourish around like a trellis, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it grows past its first 3 hours." Now, before we pivot to talking about the hands-on report of the Silent Hill 2 remake, I also wanted to let you guys know that at 80,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away a PS5. All you have to do to enter is like this video, subscribe with your notifications turned on, tweet me proof that you're actually subscribed, and we will be picking the winner at 80k subs. All this information will be in the pinned comment of this video. So now let's go ahead and break down the PlayStation blog of the hands-on report of Silent Hill 2's remake. The game begins with James recollecting the contents of the letter he received from his deceased wife. It was in the dimly lit public restroom of the observatory deck on the outskirts of Silent Hill. Back in 2001, the level of dirt in this bathroom was a high watermark for the realistic atmosphere and visuals in this game. At first glance, I noticed that although the public restroom was almost proportionally identical to the original, it looked more detailed and realistic, with graffitis and scribbles on the wall, dirty floors, and a filthy toilet bowl. This instilled eeriness as if it was going to foreshadow the grueling journey that James is about to embark on. Now, the new immersive over-the-shoulder perspective. The first thing that struck me when I started playing the game was the new over-the-shoulder perspective. While the original's overhead perspective felt like I was watching a movie, the remake's updated viewpoint put me closer to James, supporting greater immersion and feeling like you're actually in Silent Hill. The 3D audio also deepens the immersion, making swishing leaves and James's footsteps feel audibly real. In the original game, the observation deck in the opening scene was shrouded in fog, where at first in the remake the fog is clear, but as James approaches the town, the fog grows denser, almost symbolizing his state of mind and evoking anxiety in the player. The first area that James visits is the eastern district of Silent Hill. At first, the in-game map didn't look much different from what we remembered in the original game, but I was soon proven wrong. The houses, apartments, shops, and other buildings are dramatically improved, with intrinsic details that was not present in the original game. The detailed chairs, flower pots, abandoned trash, and all the other props all faithfully recreate the ambience of the fog-shrouded streets of Silent Hill. As I was exploring the town, I was surprised to find the remake boasted more buildings. James could go into so many more buildings in comparison to the original game. In some instances, he had to smash window panes to break into the building. Ammunition and recovery items were hidden inside, making exploration vital and at the same time more rewarding. However, the monsters inside lurking in these buildings meant that I had to stay vigilant and engaged, adding an extra layer of challenge to the game. And speaking of monsters, the intense up close and personal combat, fighting Fighting the terrible creatures of Silent Hill feels entirely different from the original game. Monsters in the early stages of the 2001 original are rather passive and can be bludgeoned to death without much recourse. In the remake, some enemies can now counterattack between player attacks. Successfully dodging these counterattacks and timing retaliation adds a new engaging layer to the gameplay. The new over-the-shoulder perspective also gives players a closer look at their foes, puzzles that can challenge your wisdom and observation skills. I had a chance to play one of these new puzzles where I had to collect multiple items to combine them in order to solve them. Still, I encountered puzzles that were clever references to the original game, so I'm sure this will bring joy to the fans of the original Silent Hill 2 and offer them something new to solve. It's also good to know that for those who are not avid puzzle solvers, that the difficulty levels for the puzzles can be set separately. Now let's talk about the newly renovated apartments. Remember the Woodside apartments and the Blue Creek apartments from the beginning of the story? Well, their layouts have been changed significantly from the original version. While the overall story still remains the same, the locations where James finds these items and puzzles and encounters enemies are entirely different, consequently challenging returning players to come up with a new approach in the remake. Fans of the original 2001 remember that the loading screens when traversing between rooms. In the remake, James can seamlessly move around the building, but be careful when dashing into a room. I was focused on making progress that I was ambushed by a monster that made me jump. Next, let's talk about the frenetic Pyramid Head. The Pyramid Head encounter at the end of the apartments has also evolved significantly. James confronts a humanoid monster in a larger, more intense warehouse-like area than the original small room. Watching the iconic villain stalk towards you while dragging his massive sparking blade across the ground, it's quite an intimidating sight. The Pyramid Head's movements and attacks are fairly slow. Staying calm is key to dodging its attacks and maintaining a safe distance. However, each blow from the Pyramid Head is devastating. As I discovered when it was swung on its arm, it sent James flying through the air. And they close out the hands-on preview by stating, as my time at the event was limited, I'm sure there's more highlights that I missed, but for now I'll have to wait and explore every nook and cranny of these streets and buildings of Silent Hill until it launches on the PS5 October 8th. But honestly, some awesome details about the Silent Hill 2 remake. Now I wanted to pivot and talk about the creative director confirming the new endings of the game, as well as the duration of gameplay. So a Twitter user known as Low tweeted out, so much new stuff on the Silent Hill 2 remake shown, and I'm really loving what I'm seeing. Eddie and Mary look fantastic, but the way the fog dynamically reduces your visibility has got me doing backflips. Also, here's a confirmed average playtime. I'll probably spend 20 plus hours exploring. The creative director then replies to that tweet saying that the first playthrough is around 16 to 18 hours on average. Also stating that if you like to spend your time searching for everything that we put into the game and things that we've hidden for you, it'll take you more than 20 hours for sure. I'm not counting that the new game plus all the endings, of course. I'm curious how fast you'll get all of them. So a bit of a confirmation that the Silent Hill 2 remake is about 16 to 18 hours on average. And last but not least, I wanted to cover the release date and the release timing for the Silent Hill 2 remake. So the official Twitter account for Silent Hill 2 remake has revealed what time players can expect the game to launch. And currently the game will launch October 7th at 9 p.m. Pacific time. And if you're in the central time zone like myself, it will be launching at 11 p.m. So closing out, how does the game look? Do you think Silent Hill 2 remake will live up to the expectations? Be sure to let me know in the comment section your thoughts on the Silent Hill 2 remake. Are you excited for the game? Also, before I let you guys go, don't forget about that PS5 giveaway. All that information is in the pinned comment of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This has been Zach with VGL. I'll catch you in the next one.